she kept being so embarrassing. And I think I might wear her. This is Lola's opinion. Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lola of Lola's Opinions. And if this is your first time stopping by, then welcome. And if you're a returning subscriber, then hey girl or boy. So today, I'm not even really doing anything. I'm about to maybe go to my cousin's house to see my other cousin because she's in town. And then I'm like uncomfortable. And then I might go, I don't even know what I'm doing. Something. But I thought that I would film because I haven't done like a sit down filming video while doing my makeup. Now honestly, I have not even really been doing my makeup like I normally like used to do. I really haven't. Hold on, it was like something out of my eye, weird. But yeah, so I thought I would come and just chit chat with you all about, I don't even know what's going on. You know what, we'll just talk about some things that I've watched. So yeah, we'll talk about some TV that I've watched, some new, some old. If you're interested in hearing about some of the things that I have watched, then please continue watching. But before you do that, please make sure you like, comment, subscribe. We're growing slowly but surely, not really. And yeah, I would love to have you a part of the Lola's Opinions fam. So yeah, if you are interested in hearing about some things that I've watched, then please continue watching. All right, so first we're going to talk about the big one, which is Insecure. So from this filming, I'm going to be talking about up until episode 3. So actually really quick, let me talk about this. So I got this Fenty, the Pro Filter Hydrating Long Wear Foundation. Now of course I have the regular Pro Filter. This is the hydrating one. It was literally on sale for $20, so I had to get it. Y'all know my skin is oily. I don't need nothing hydrating. But I have been using some hydrating foundation. Oh no, it was like a setting spray. And it actually was really nice. So we'll see how this Fenty one is. I'm just trying to shake it up because I actually have never used it. So we'll see how she does. Anyway, so the first thing I want to talk about is Insecure. So I watched, from the recording of this, I've only seen up to episode 3. I think this video is probably going to come out on Wednesday. So episode 4 will have already been out, but I'm filming this the Saturday before it comes out. So I will have, when I have seen it yet. But anyway, so the last episode I saw was the Lawrence and Condola, like basically co-parenting situation. Now, if you watch my Insecure season 4 recaps, it is no secret I hate Lawrence. I cannot stand Lawrence. I hate him. I've hated him since season 1. My hate for him has only grown stronger. I just hate him. I hate him. I think he is the worst type of nigga because he's one of those niggas who thinks he's a good nigga, but he's really not a good nigga. So I just hate him so much. So I'm not a fan of Lawrence. However, this is the first episode that I felt some sympathy. Even if the sympathy was like very light sympathy, it was some sympathy. Not even sympathy. I just felt some feelings of non-hatred towards him this episode. So at first when the episode opens up, I really felt like, okay, you know, he's finding out about his baby, you know, oh, this is not the one I want to use. This is the newer one. Oh, well, he found out about his baby, you know, via text. They're like trying to play that like, oh, we should feel bad for him because he found out about his baby via text. Okay, so he gets to the hospital. He leaves his date, whatever. He gets to the hospital. Now, this is the one thing that I felt like Condola was wrong in, and that is naming the kid, and they had not finalized on a name. Now, I do not agree with that. I feel like you're naming someone, like y'all should have talked about the name. Her doing it without talking to him first, being okay, so this is the name we're gonna go with. I feel like that's not cool, and I didn't like that. But I feel like honestly, out of the whole episode, that's the only thing that she did wrong. Everything else was complete and utter Lawrence. Now, I'm not going to go scene by scene, but I did want to start with that because I thought that it was interesting that the show chose to start with that scene. So, long story short, I think Lawrence is an idiot. First of all, you want to talk about how Condola's being petty and being this and being that. Sir, you're saying that you found out about your baby via text. If you were on top of it with when her doctor's appointments were and being communicating like that, you would have known when your son was born. You would have known when he was born. But it just goes to show that you're not on top of things that you should be on top of, because you don't even know that she could have possibly been early. And if you were calling and checking in on her, you would have known that. So that's one thing I do not feel sorry for you about. And then when they go to the party, the baby food thing, I could see what Condola was saying. I felt that maybe was a little bit of an over dramatic thing, but being that, like Condola says in later scenes, you don't even ask about his feeding. You don't ask about his intake. You don't even ask about him except for, oh, I want to come down this weekend. Can I come down? And then you may or may not cancel. So, yeah, she could have been nicer to him, but nicer to him for what when he's not nice to her? And I just feel like, Lawrence, you are doing like a quarter of the work that she is doing. And I love that scene of them showing, like, Condola's doing all this. She's up with him all late. She's doing all this work. And what are you doing? You're just living your regular life in San Francisco. Like, yeah, that's fine. You got the job. You want to, you know, have your job and have your career. It's definitely nothing wrong with that. Like he said, he got that job before he even knew she was pregnant. And I don't think that he should, like, have not gone to his job. I think that is, like, a bit of a reach. But, like, you made your choice. You chose your decisions. And because Condola's not bowing to your every whim that you want, then she's like a bad mom. And I thought that it was, I mean, not a bad mom, but like a bad person. And I thought that it was so good that she told him at the end, like, bruh, I don't trust you. I don't trust you. You're half in, half out. And like, you can say like, oh, Condola's trying to be controlling. No, she's not. Because whenever he texts her on his bull, she replies. There's not a time that he texts her that she doesn't reply. Even when he was all crying on the plane, which I thought it was very good acting on Jay Ellis's part. She answered. If she was like being petty and not caring about what Lawrence had going on, she would be being petty and she would not be answering his phone calls. But that's not what she's doing. She's answering and she's like trying to, you know, be fair. But I'm not going out of my way for someone who doesn't go out of their way for me. And not even go out of their way for me. Go out of your way for your son. You don't. Just like when he canceled on her, talking about work has been crazy. Work is not crazy. We had just saw that scene, you saying sign the lease, and then you close your computer, and then you text her talking about work is crazy. Work is not crazy. You just don't want to go. So I think that if anything, it just proves how stupid Lawrence is, and I can't stand him. Now, as far as Issa and Molly's relationship goes, I thought that it actually was pretty stupid how they got back like cool. And I also didn't like how Molly was basically kissing Issa's ass the whole first episode, basically like trying to be her friend again, which I really felt like Molly was, I feel like Molly was right in most of the situations from last season. You can go back and look at my recaps from last season that I did last year. Like, Molly did a couple things wrong, like when it came to Andrew and stuff. But as far as Issa, Molly tried to talk to Issa so many times, and Issa just couldn't be bothered. She just could not be freaking bothered, and that is Issa's problem. So for them to just make it Molly be trying so hard to be back Issa's friend, I just didn't really like it. I'm gonna be honest. And then them getting robbed is what like brought them back together, because they had like a good laugh. I thought that was dumb too. I mean, I was definitely like pro them being friends again, because I did feel like it was really just a conversation that they needed to have to kind of clear the air and be able to be back friends. But guess what they showed that like really brought them back together, quote unquote, I thought was very stupid, in my opinion. So yeah, that's basically my recap right there. Issa with her job, I think it's cool. I think that her stating like basically how it is to be an entrepreneur and how you just kind of don't know, I thought that was very real. Oh, and then another thing to Lawrence. I thought the only good thing I can say about Lawrence is that it was really good to see basically he went from working at not working at all, getting unemployment, to working at Best Buy, and to now he's like he has like a real job and like a real glow up. I thought that was cool to see Lawrence's progression from season 1 to season 5, and like basically how your life can change in what, 5 years. I thought that was very, very cool. So that's the only like positive thing I have to say about Lawrence. Other than that, I think he's a idiot. Especially, I just want to go back one real quick on the scene when he was talking to Derek, and he was like, she just trying to act like I'm one of these niggas that's not even trying. Sir, you don't get kudos for doing what you're supposed to do, because you know who doesn't have a choice? Condola doesn't have a choice. She can't opt out like how you can opt out. And I guess Lawrence is just so annoying to me. He just really is. But I'm happy for his professional development. I thought that was very cool. So yeah, that's my thoughts on Insecure so far. Now something else I have been watching is I have been rewatching all of Sex and the City. And not even in preparation for And Just Like That, which is about to come out in December. I just rewatched it because Sex and the City is one of my like all-time favorite shows. Like I love Sex and the City. Hold on, let me see what this is doing. I think it's doing okay. Sex and the City is one of my all-time favorite shows. Like I have probably rewatched the whole series maybe like probably upwards of 10 times, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less. The only show that I've watched more is Frasier, and honestly, I watched Sex and the City like so long ago. I watched it a little bit when it was like actually on, but obviously I was like way too young to be watching it. But I actually rented the Sex and the City DVDs from Blockbuster. That is like how long, like that was the last thing I rented from Blockbuster was Sex and the City. And I remember it was a really big thing when the movie came out. Me and all my friends, like we like dressed up, we went to the Melting Pot, we went to go see it at Edwards Theater. Like I am definitely a Sex and the City fan. And I guess the show gets very good. It's very white. The few black women they had on the show were like very stereotypical, attitudey black women, which of course that's one of my criticisms of it. And that is just a very white show. But I really just like Sex and the City. I mean, now looking back on it in like a 2021 lens, they do have like a quote unquote problematic stuff. But for the most part, like I stand still. Like I love that show. It's just comfort. It's so good. I just finished watching the episodes where her and Burger break up, and when she says like that relationship was such a waste of time, I just identify with that so bad because I just recently went through not recently, but last year, I had a relationship that was just such a waste of effing time, and like I hate the character of Burger so much. Like I don't even like seeing that man in like other stuff that he's been in. Like I cannot stand Burger. Like I hate him. I don't even know the guy's name that plays him. But whenever I see him in other stuff, I'm just like, I can't stand it. I hate it so much. I hate Burger because he was just so stupid. And then on the other hand, then you have Harry, Harry is actually a lot less corny than they try to make him out to be, because Harry's like pretty cute and like has a lot going for himself. And I mean, I know that it's still like a big contrast between him and Charlotte, and I know that was like the point or whatever, but I just love Harry, and I actually kind of do think it was progressive for them to have Miranda have a baby when like she wasn't married and she was even like fucking while she was pregnant. I don't know. I just love Sex and the City, and it's just such a good freaking show. Another show that I have been watching, I've only watched one episode of this because I just like couldn't even get into, I mean I could get into it, but it was just so dumb. Was I started watching the new season of You, or the most newest season of You, and I watched the first episode and I was just like, this is so dumb. Like, the whole premise is just so dumb. Like, them moving to wherever they moved to because of the schools. Sir, your baby is a newborn. Your baby is a newborn, and also your parents are rich. So why are you moving anywhere for the schools? Why? Why would you be moving anywhere for the schools? Like, get this fake ass little big lies BS out of my face. Get it 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 out of my friggin' face. I thought that was so dumb. And then her killing old girl at the end, it was just so stupid to me. It was just so fucking stupid to me. And I haven't been able to really get back on the train since. I'm not even gonna lie to you. But I may continue to watch it. We'll see. I don't know. I keep saying like, oh, I'm gonna watch You. I never turn it on. I never ever turn it on. I've actually rewatched Dune and I haven't rewatched You. So yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna finish up. So I know there was only like 3 things. I spent a lot of time talking about Insecure, and it's not even the new episode. But I just wanted to talk about some things that I have been watching. And that's pretty much it. What else have I watched? I'm thinking about rewatching Girls. I'm really thinking about rewatching Girls. I watched the first episode, the pilot episode, and Hannah is just a mess. She's a mess, but Lena Dunham, she actually just got married. I don't know. Girls is like my, I don't like saying guilty pleasure because I shouldn't feel guilty about watching anything. But like, Girls is like a show that like, I don't know. I don't know. I hate watching that show so bad. And I don't know. I like it. And that's just on period. Anyway, let me finish my makeup and then I'm gonna come back with the final look. Okay, so I am back. This is the final look. I just put on like a nudie lip, and then I put the cream, Fenty cream and honey waffles on top. I know I didn't talk about none of the makeup I used. I used the Rare Beauty Love blush. I used the Fenty foundation. I restocked up on some of my favorite eyebrow pencil. It's still my favorite eyebrow pencil to this day. The ColourPop Precision Brow Pencil. I talked about this, I think, in my 2019 favorite video. I've been using this pencil since, oh my god, probably for like 5 years now. Love it. Favorite pencil. And the Sephora All Over Powder. Love it. Been using it. I used the Beauty Bakery powder in, I don't know. I put it on the screen. I can remember. I put it up already. I use my Morphe bronzer in Leader. Love this bronzer. I use the Juvia's Place concealer and the ColourPop concealer mix because I kind of wanted a bright under eye. So yeah, that's it. That's all I have for you. That's what I've been watching. I don't watch like that much TV. Clearly, almost everything I watch is old except for Insecure. Oh, I guess You is new-ish, but I only watched one episode because they already were annoying me. Oh, I also watched, what did I also watch? I'm a couple episodes in on Sex Education. So I've been liking that. I don't really have like that many thoughts on it, but I have definitely been liking that. So Sex Education has been good. And yeah, I definitely have been going back to the movies. I never really stopped going to the movies, but yeah, so y'all know I saw Dune. I gave you my thoughts on that. I did see Eternals. It was okay. It was okay. I thought that having Robb Stark and Jon Snow and then the main girl name being Cersei was very I know that's like what their names are in like the original material, but they could have, her name could have been Cersei, and then they like called her something else, because her name being Cersei and then Jon Snow and then Robert Stark, it was just a lot. It was just a lot. It was just a lot. But yeah, so that's it. That's all I have for you. Thank you so much for watching. You could have been watching anyone on YouTube, and you chose to watch me, and I do appreciate it. And I'll see y'all on my next one. Bye.